Before you toss that penny aside, check it. Some Lincoln cents are worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars to collectors. When most people see a 2006 US 1-cent penny, they see just a simple copper-colored coin, the smallest denomination of American money, often tossed into a drawer, left on a store counter, or even dropped and ignored. Yet beneath its common appearance, there lies a story that collectors know very well. Some of these pennies, struck in 2006, are worth more than most people could ever imagine for a coin you can barely buy anything with. In fact, depending on the condition, the rarity, and any unique minting errors, a 2006 penny can bring staggering prices ranging from $35,500 to as high as $102,000. That is the fascinating paradox of coin collecting. Something seemingly ordinary turns out to be extraordinary, and that is what makes the 2006 penny a piece worth paying attention to. To understand why this coin stands out, let's take a look at its design. The 2006 penny continues the long-standing tradition of featuring President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. This design, created by Victor David Brenner, was first introduced in 1909 to honor the centennial of Lincoln's birth. For nearly a century, Americans have carried this portrait in their pockets. The reverse of the 2006 penny still featured the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., designed by Frank Gasparo, which was first added in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. If you look closely at this design, right between the columns, you can actually see a tiny rendering of the statue of Lincoln inside the memorial. It's small details like this that collectors love, and it makes the penny much more than just a coin. The 2006 penny was minted at multiple facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia Mint struck coins with no mint mark, the Denver Mint used a D, and San Francisco struck proof coins with the S mint mark. Millions upon millions were made, and most of them have no special value beyond a cent. But what transforms an ordinary coin into one worth tens of thousands of dollars is a combination of rarity in pristine condition and mint errors that slipped past quality control. Condition plays the largest role. Coins are graded on the Sheldon scale, ranging from poor, P1, to a perfect mint state 70, MS 70. For the 2006 penny, most examples in circulation show heavy wear, scratches, fading of the luster, and nicks from constant handling. These worn pennies hold only face value. But coins that were preserved immediately after leaving the mint, those that stayed in rolls, sets, or were carefully handled, can remain in pristine condition. A 2006 penny graded MS 68 or higher becomes incredibly scarce, and when such examples appear at auctions, the bidding wars push the value into remarkable territory. This is how a coin you could hold in your hand for 1 cent ends up being sold for tens of thousands of dollars. Mint errors add another dimension to the story. The U.S. Mint produces billions of coins each year, and while the process is incredibly precise, mistakes do happen. For the 2006 penny, collectors have found examples with dramatic double-die errors, where parts of the lettering or Lincoln's features appear doubled. Off-center strikes are another, where the coin design is not perfectly aligned, leaving parts of the surface blank. Some coins even show missing elements, clipped planchets, or lamination errors, all of which instantly transform an ordinary penny into a prized collectible. When these errors are paired with the 2006 date and excellent condition, the result is a coin that can command prices in the astonishing range of $35,500 to $102,000. The Lincoln cent has always held a special place in American culture, but the 2006 penny captures a unique moment in history. This coin belongs to the last era of the Lincoln Memorial reverse. Just 3 years later, in 2009, the design changed to commemorate Lincoln's bicentennial with 4 special reverses, followed by the permanent Union Shield design in 2010. That makes the 2006 penny part of the final chapter of a design that had been used for 50 years, from 1959 to 2008. Collectors recognize this historical transition and view high-quality examples from these final years as highly desirable. Auction results tell us just how seriously collectors take this coin. Over the years, several 2006 pennies in exceptional grades or with dramatic minting errors have crossed the auction block and stunned audiences with their realized prices. A coin graded MS 68, with flawless luster and eye appeal, can spark a bidding war. Collectors know how rare such specimens are, and because many want to complete sets or secure one of the very finest examples, the price climbs into the tens of thousands. In some cases, when an rare variety joins pristine preservation, the sale price skyrockets. This is where those jaw-dropping figures, from $35,500 up to $102,000, become reality. What makes this story even more thrilling is accessibility. The 2006 penny is modern, relatively recent, and not so far removed from circulation that one couldn't still find it in change, in a forgotten coin jar, or tucked away in a roll of cents. That means the possibility of discovery is alive. People across the country still check their pennies, hoping to uncover a gem hiding in plain sight. The dream that a 1-cent coin could suddenly turn into a small fortune keeps collectors and treasure hunters excited. Beyond its value, the 2006 penny also connects people to the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, one of the most admired figures in American history. Every time we look at his portrait on the coin, we are reminded of his leadership, his fight for unity, and his enduring influence on the nation. That cultural weight adds meaning to the coin, making it not only a financial prize but also a symbolic piece of history. For new collectors, the 2006 penny is also a lesson in the importance of details. To the untrained eye, one penny may look like another, but a close inspection reveals differences that mean everything in numismatics. A strong strike, original mint luster, absence of contact marks, and any unusual errors could turn a penny into a treasure. Learning to recognize these details is what separates an ordinary coin hunter from someone who discovers a coin worth tens of thousands of dollars. Think of how many 2006 pennies were minted billions, yet only a handful hold the extraordinary value that collectors crave. That scarcity at the top end is what creates the excitement. Scarcity and demand together form the heart of numismatic value, and the 2006 penny embodies this perfectly. Billions exist, but only a tiny fraction are flawless survivors, and even fewer contain unique minting quirks. Stories circulate within the coin community of lucky finds. A collector sorting through rolls purchased from a bank uncovers a nearly perfect 2006 penny with a double die error. Another discovers a brilliant example tucked away in a mint set, overlooked for years. These moments are what keep the world of numismatics vibrant, because they prove that discoveries are still possible, even with modern coins. And the values realized at auction confirm that the market is ready to reward those who uncover these treasures. It's also worth noting that the Lincoln cent has a passionate following. There are entire groups of collectors dedicated exclusively to this denomination. The 2006 penny, with its modern date, might seem too common at first glance, but when combined with rarity in condition and errors, it becomes an essential piece in advanced Lincoln cent collections. That demand ensures that when exceptional examples appear, they don't stay on the market long. The lesson from the 2006 penny is clear. Never underestimate even the smallest coin in your pocket. What seems ordinary might be extraordinary. A penny could hold a secret value far beyond its face, transforming from loose change into a life-changing discovery. The 2006 Lincoln cent proves that in numismatics, surprises are everywhere, and treasures can be found in the most unexpected places. So the next time you come across a 2006 penny, pause before spending it or tossing it aside. Look at its details, its luster, its alignment, because that 1-cent coin could very well be one of those rare examples worth between $35,500 and $102,000. That possibility is what makes collecting so exciting, the idea that the extraordinary hides within the ordinary, waiting to be uncovered. The 2012 United States 1-cent penny is a coin that many people have held in their hands countless times, often without ever giving it a second thought. It is small, copper-plated zinc, and valued at just a single cent in everyday transactions. Yet what makes the 2012 penny truly remarkable is the fact that among the billions minted, there are rare examples that have risen to staggering values in the collector's market. While most 2012 pennies will never be worth more than face value, there exist extraordinary pieces that have commanded prices ranging from $31,000 to $94,000, turning this humble coin into a numismatic treasure. The penny has long been a cornerstone of American currency, and in 2012 it continued its role as the most widely produced coin in circulation. By this time, the United States Mint had been producing the Lincoln penny for over a century, starting in 1909 with the famous wheat cent design and continuing through to the Lincoln Memorial cent that lasted from 1959 until 2008. In 2010, a new design was introduced to honor Lincoln's legacy: the Union Shield Reverse, which was the design featured on the 2012 issue. The obverse carried the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, created by Victor David Brenner more than a century earlier. This combination of Lincoln's portrait with the Union Shield gave the coin a powerful symbolic message of unity and preservation, reminding Americans of Lincoln's enduring impact on the nation. The Union Shield Reverse shows a strong shield with 13 vertical stripes and a bold horizontal banner across the top. Written across the banner is the word E pluribus unum, a Latin phrase meaning out of many, one. The design reflects the strength and unity of the United States, making the penny not just a coin, but also a statement of national identity. For collectors, this change marked a new era of Lincoln cents, and the 2012 penny became an important part of that modern series. The United States Mint produced billions of 2012 pennies at both the Philadelphia and Denver facilities, with additional proof coins struck at the San Francisco Mint. The sheer number of coins produced means that most of them are incredibly common. They circulate in massive numbers and are easily found in change, rolls, and bank bags. However, hidden among this ocean of ordinary coins are rare examples that stand out due to their condition or minting errors, and these are the pieces that have commanded the remarkable values of $31,000 to $94,000. Condition is one of the key factors that separate ordinary 2012 pennies from the rare and valuable ones. Coins are graded on a detailed scale, ranging from poor condition to mint state perfection. A typical 2012 penny pulled from circulation will show scratches, wear, or discoloration, rendering it unremarkable to collectors. But some coins escaped circulation entirely and survived in pristine, mint state condition. These flawless specimens, when graded by professional services and assigned the highest levels such as mint state 68 or even higher, immediately become desirable to advanced collectors seeking the best examples. What truly elevates the 2012 penny into the realm of extraordinary value, however, are error coins. The minting process is designed for precision, but mistakes happen, and when they do, they create varieties that collectors prize above all. For the 2012 penny, there have been examples showing dramatic doubling in the inscriptions or in Lincoln's profile, known as double die errors. Others show off-center strikes, where the design is shifted noticeably, leaving a crescent of blank space along the edge. There are also broad strike errors, where the coin expands beyond its normal size because it was struck without the collar that normally holds it in place. Even more exciting are wrong planchet errors, where the design of the penny was mistakenly struck on a blank intended for a different denomination, creating a coin that is both unique and historically significant. These errors are incredibly rare, and when they appear in high grade, they can command astonishing sums. Collectors know that no two error coins are exactly alike, which means each example is essentially one of a kind. That uniqueness fuels fierce competition at auctions, as bidders know they may never see the same type of error from the 2012 penny again. The excitement of such auctions drives the value upward, and it is in these bidding wars that coins once worth just 1 cent suddenly achieve valuations between $31,000 and $94,000. Auction records highlight just how stunning the journey of a modern penny can be. Stories have circulated of collectors or even everyday people discovering unusual 2012 pennies in rolls of change or tucked away in a jar, only to learn later that their coin was something extraordinary. Once authenticated and graded, these coins take on a new identity, not as spare change, but as rare treasures worthy of being showcased in major collections. This transformation adds a layer of drama and intrigue to the coin's story, and it's part of what makes numismatics such a captivating pursuit. The 2012 penny is also significant because of its role in the ongoing debate about the future of the cent. For years, discussions have circulated about whether the United States should continue producing the penny, given that it costs more to manufacture than its actual face value. This has cast a certain spotlight on pennies from recent years, as some collectors speculate that the series could be discontinued in the future, making coins like the 2012 issue even more interesting historically. While it remains uncertain whether the penny will ever be retired, The possibility adds another layer of potential long-term value to rare examples from years like 2012. For collectors, the thrill of hunting for a valuable 2012 penny lies in the unknown. With billions of coins in circulation, the odds of finding a rare gem may be slim, but they are not zero. Every time a roll of pennies is opened, there is a possibility that inside could be an extraordinary piece worth tens of thousands of dollars. That sense of chance keeps people engaged in the hobby, searching tirelessly for the coin that could change everything. The design of the Union Shield reverse, combined with Lincoln's enduring portrait, ensures that the 2012 penny holds both historical and artistic appeal. The coin represents continuity with the past while also standing as a symbol of America's strength and unity. For collectors, it is not just about monetary value. It is about owning a piece of history, something that reflects the nation's story in a small but powerful way. The range of values that these coins can achieve is what makes them truly exciting. A common 2012 penny may never be worth more than 1 cent, but the rare, high-grade, or error specimens have proven that they can be valued anywhere from $31,000 to $94,000. That dramatic contrast between ordinary and extraordinary is what gives the coin its mystique. It's a reminder that treasures can exist in the most unexpected places, waiting to be discovered by someone with a keen eye and a little bit of luck. The 2012 penny's story is a powerful example of how modern coins, often dismissed as unremarkable, can achieve legendary status within the collecting community. It shows that value is not always tied to age or rarity in mintage, but rather to condition, uniqueness, and the drama of discovery. This is what keeps numismatics alive and thriving, because even in the modern era, surprises are still out there. For anyone who has a 2012 penny tucked away, the lesson is simple. Take a closer look. It may be just another coin, or it may be something far more valuable than you could ever imagine. If it shines with flawless detail or reveals an unusual error, you could be holding a piece worth thousands, potentially between $31,000 and $94,000. And that possibility is what makes the 2012 penny not just a coin, but a symbol of hidden potential, a reminder that even the smallest things can hold incredible worth. When most people see a penny, they don't think twice. It's the smallest denomination in U.S. currency, often brushed aside, tossed into jars, or left on the counter without a second thought. But the truth is, certain pennies hide astonishing stories and values that can leave even seasoned collectors speechless. One such coin is the U.S. 2015 1-cent penny. At first glance, it looks ordinary, with Abraham Lincoln's iconic profile on the front and the shield design on the back. Yet among these modern coins are rare versions that have fetched life-changing amounts at auction, with some valued anywhere from $28,000 to $82,000. Suddenly, what you thought was worth just a cent could hold the power to change your future. The story of the 2015 penny begins with the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, who has been featured on the 1-cent coin since 1909. His profile has become one of the most recognizable images in American coinage, symbolizing unity, strength, and resilience. By 2015, the reverse design had shifted from the Lincoln Memorial, which graced the penny from 1959 to 2008, to the Union Shield. That shield carries deep symbolism, with 13 vertical stripes representing the original states, joined together under a single horizontal bar, a nod to the strength of the Union that Lincoln fought so hard to preserve. It's a patriotic and powerful design, but it was also mass-produced by the billions. And that's where the mystery begins. How can a coin minted in such enormous numbers ever be worth thousands? The answer lies in rarity, condition, and the possibility of minting errors. Even with today's advanced technology, mistakes happen at the U.S. Mint. And when they do, the resulting coins are anything but ordinary. For the 2015 penny, collectors have documented errors such as double dies, where the lettering or parts of Lincoln's face appear doubled. There are also examples of off-center strikes, where part of the design is missing, or coins struck on the wrong planchet altogether. These types of errors transform what should be a common penny into a one-of-a-kind collectible, and that uniqueness drives value. When these coins reach auction, collectors are willing to pay staggering sums, and that's when values in the range of $28,000 to $82,000 come into play. Condition is another key factor. A penny fresh from the mint, never touched, never circulated, can achieve grades like mint state 68 or higher when examined by professional grading services. These coins look flawless to the naked eye, with perfect luster and no blemishes. Very few survive in this pristine state, which makes them highly desirable. The difference between a coin graded MS-65 and MS-68 might not seem like much, but in the world of coin collecting, it can be the difference between a penny worth a few dollars and one that sells for tens of thousands. That's why collectors hunt tirelessly for these top-grade examples. What makes the 2015 penny so fascinating is that it's a modern coin. Most people assume that only coins from centuries ago, like the early 1800s or even the 1700s, can carry serious value. But here is a coin from just a few years ago, something you could still find in change today, commanding the kind of money usually associated with rare antiques. That idea alone sparks curiosity and excitement. The possibility that a penny from 2015, something so recent, could be hiding in your pocket with a value between $28,000 and $82,000 is enough to get anyone checking their change a little more carefully. The appeal of coins like the 2015 penny extends far beyond collectors. Everyday people have stumbled upon rare coins like this without even realizing what they had. Stories circulate of someone finding an unusual penny in a coin jar, sending it for grading out of curiosity, and discovering it was worth a fortune. Others have come across rolls of coins from banks, opened them up, and found a treasure tucked among the ordinary coins. The thrill of those discoveries is what makes coin collecting such a captivating pursuit. It's not just about history, it's about the chance for an everyday person to uncover something extraordinary. Auctions play a huge role in cementing the reputation of coins like the 2015 penny. When a rare example comes to market, the bidding can be intense. Collectors know just how scarce these coins are, and competition drives prices higher and higher. Seeing a 1-cent coin climb into the tens of thousands of dollars during a live auction is the kind of moment that makes headlines. And for the person who discovered the coin, it's the reward of a lifetime. A single penny, normally dismissed as insignificant, suddenly becomes a prized collectible that can bring financial freedom. What adds to the intrigue is that the 2015 penny doesn't announce itself. It looks almost identical to every other penny minted that year. To the untrained eye, there's nothing special about it. That's why so many people overlook its potential. Only with careful attention, examining details like strike, condition, and possible errors, can you truly recognize when you're holding something special. It's a reminder that value often hides in the smallest, most overlooked places. For collectors, owning a rare 2015 penny is more than just about the money. It's about holding a piece of history in their hands, a connection to both America's past and its present. Lincoln's enduring legacy on the penny, combined with the modern Union shield, creates a coin that represents both heritage and continuity. To own one in flawless condition or with a unique error is to own something that very few others on Earth will ever have. That exclusivity is priceless. The 2015 penny also sparks the imagination for the future. If this coin is already selling for between $28,000 and $82,000 just a few years after it was minted, what might its value be decades from now? Coins often appreciate in value over time as they become scarcer and more desirable. For those lucky enough to find or own one today, it's not only a treasure now but also a potential investment for the future. So the next time you get a penny and change, don't dismiss it. Hold it up, take a close look. Is there anything unusual about the strike? Does it look brand new, untouched, as though it has never seen circulation? Could there be subtle doubling in the letters or numbers? That penny might just be one of the rare examples from 2015 that can turn your pocket change into a windfall. Because hidden among the billions of pennies minted that year are coins worth between $28,000 and $82,000, waiting to be discovered. That's the true magic of the 2015 penny. It takes something most people overlook and transforms it into a story of rarity, value, and discovery. It proves that treasures can be found in the most unexpected places, and sometimes, all it takes is a closer look at the smallest coin in your pocket. The next time you see a penny lying on the ground, don't walk past it. You never know, it could be the coin that changes everything.